Well, good evening. Fancy meeting you here so soon again. I'm gonna have to turn that down a little bit. But I wanted to go ahead and come on while the getting's good. And some things are just very rich for commentary. Tonight is one of those nights. Uh, so I figure while I'm at it, I can do a little education as well. Because it seems like some people need it. Um, So, uh, hey, intuitive Glass City girl, heel grappler. Hello, good to see you guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, and I'm gonna be moving fast. So please forgive me if I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to chat because I need to get some stuff out real quick. So uh, anything that I use during this live show is from another creator or wherever is being used under the Fair Use Act. I'm going to kind of briefly go over that real quick um, because somebody seems to think that I've broken the law and they're accusing me of stealing something that wasn't stolen. So they can try that shit again. I've already been on the phone with my bail bondsman, and I can guarantee you that they will get no information from there. So I love the fact that people tell on themselves the way that they do, and it just lets me know that I'm over target. And Jim, you wouldn't be trying to do that and go real life if you weren't just a little bit triggered. So, um, anyways, about the Fair Use Act. The Fair Use Act is a legal doctrine that allows us and it promotes the freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyrighted protected works in certain circumstances. Um, some of those circumstances are going to be for criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And those are just some of the examples that fair use under Section 107 can fall under. So, when you're looking at things to consider when it comes to fair use, you want to look at how the party claiming fair use is using the copyrighted work. Um, and they're more likely to find that either nonprofit, educational, or non commercial uses are fair. It doesn't mean that that's the case all the time, but most of the time, my channel is not monetized. I do not have a cash app up. I am not profiting from this. As a matter of fact, I'm being retaliated against, and someone is going quote unquote real life on me because I am exposing their lies with their own words and actions, and I'm making commentary about it. And unfortunately, someone is a sore loser, and that someone is not me. So, the nature of the copyrighted work. This factor analyzes the degree to which the work that was used relates to the copyright's purpose of encouraging creative expression. Thus, using a more creative or imaginative work, such as a novel, movie, or song, is less likely to support a claim of fair use than using a factual work, such as a technical article or a news item, or in this case, uh, the OTT show that was made public on a public YouTube platform. And it's good that you gave Bob permission to stream that for you, because in doing so, you then made it public. I'm just saying. The amount and sustainability of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. Um, I don't know that I actually used the whole entire show. I was accused of that, but I'm pretty sure I did not use the whole entire show. Um, so they can't say that and I did change it. I made my own commentary. So, and nor did I profit from it. So I have not broken the law. Sure didn't steal anything. I mean, I know that you would like to make a false report and trump up some charges, right? Have a really good attorney. Please do. If you think that that's what you can accomplish, then be my guest. Sue me. I don't have anything. Remember? I live in my mom's house. Remember? Go right ahead. Sue me. And come as that business. Please. Come as the business. Because let me tell you something. You guys gave me almost 7 months of access to you to figure out what you're doing and how you do it. And I've got you. Jim, you know that business that's not your business? You admitted it tonight. Mark, that business that Mr. X claims is his business, but we know that it's you, that mask, it does not save you from anything. Bring it, because I'm not afraid of you guys. You're little terrorists is what you are. So, um, basically what this says is that the courts look at both the quantity and the quality of the copyrighted material that was used. If it's a large portion of the copyrighted work, fair use is less likely to be found. If it's only a small amount of copyrighted material, fair use is more likely. Well, I want to see that they've actually filed for the copyright. I want to see their documentation showing that their logos are trademarked and copywritten. Like if you think I've done something so wrong, come on and let's go. Show it. I'm ready. Best believe that. Sorry, y'all. I'm not really paying much attention to chat at the moment. The effect of the use upon potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Okay, well, here, that's where they're going, oh, bam, 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 we got her here. Well, no, unfortunately, you didn't get me here. Courts review whether and to what extent the unlicensed use harms the existing or future market for the copyright owner's original work. In assessing this factor, courts consider whether the use is hurting the current market for the original work, for example, by displacing sales of the original work, or whether the use could cause substantial harm if it were to become widespread. The problem is they put it out publicly. I didn't go behind their paywall and take it. So, possession is 9/10 of the law. And guess what? You opened it up to the public's possession when you allowed for the simulcast on Bob and Jonelle's channels. And you can clearly see in my video today that I made sure that I showed it wasn't just from your OTT. I was not behind your paywall at any time. So I have not stolen anything. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, next, moving on. Let me come up here and just take a moment to say hello to Uncle Ron Coley, Intuitive K, Glass City Girl, Hill Grappler, Leanne, Joy Perry, LC, hello, Convos with Crystal Land. Let's see, Leanne, I said you, Lambrow, Vision Light, good to see you, Christine Malazzo. Let's see, who else? Star Amber, Justice for Harmony, always a pleasure to see you ladies. I said Vision Light. Oh, hey, Mayor Lambrow. It's good to see you. Exactly. You're exactly right, Lambrow. And I've already gone this go round with them before. So it's not like I don't have, y'all, you wouldn't believe the stuff that I have recorded in StreamYard. You know, I used to wonder why people took the time to do that stuff. And now I see why. You know, for someone who claims he's so tough and big and bad, he sure is looking for any reason to get somebody arrested or whatever. And he's still hiding out. Mm, still hiding out. And it's just the things that make you go, hmm. So, um, if you'll bear with me for just 1 second, now that we've gone over that and a little bit of educational stuff there, I'm going to go ahead and get us ready for this ripe ass commentary because it is ripe. And let's just say I'm going to use this as a little documentation um, of the things that I'm having to contend with. Because let me tell you, the bail bonds office, I hate to say it, but it's a small town and they're great people up there. And unfortunately, I know them. So, and I don't mean unfortunately in a bad way for me, because they're wonderful people, but they also know me. So, uh, and like I said, I haven't broken any laws and I have a great attorney. So, Jim, go on and harass them people if you want to and see what happens, buddy. See, you started this. I was fine with you. I had no issues. And all of a sudden, you want to create some chaos. And now you're just shooting all over the place with this stuff. You know, but need I say more? I'll go ahead and let this video here kind of speak for itself. So buckle up, babes. We ride right now.
The show tonight for my own reason.
Oh, let me just back up a little bit here for a second. So there was a show last night. There were some apology shows between Johnny Yarborough and Slow. And so Jim is supposed to be sending Johnny this stuff and, you know, what have you and whatnots. And look, I'm not happy with the situation. Um, but I'm not going on the attack. That's just me. And I'm not going to tell anybody else what they should or shouldn't do. That's not my place. But I'm not going to go on the attack. Although sometimes I get angry enough that I would like to. Um, hey, Michelle. I don't know, Jim, you to stop. Jim told me to stop. No, I don't care what Jim said, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and take care of my business the way that I need to take care of it. So it is what it is. Nonetheless, backstory is so Janelle and Rainbow Melon teamed up and decided that they were going to basically say that Crystal Ann, Leanne, and I were working together to try to, I don't know, I guess stir shit, whatever. This was Jim's doing. This is all Jim's doing. And what he did is he started pitting people against each other, trying to. And for some people it worked, some people it didn't. I said earlier today, I have no issues with Rainbow Melon. Do I necessarily like the fact that she calls me a bitch 1 minute and then says she's done with this shit the next? No, I don't like it. But look, I've called people bitches before too. I mean, you know what that old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You know, I mean, shit happens, right? So, and apparently there's a story out now that somebody is threatening her through email. Well, we all know who likes to do that. Yes, Michelle, Jim needs to stop. You're absolutely right, doll. He's been at it for too long. Too long. And Michelle, it's great to see you, doll. But nonetheless, um, I've been trying to point this out. I even when Rainbow Melon and I spoke on the phone, I told her, don't play yourself for this guy because he don't care nothing about you. So, anyways, we're gonna go. So Janelle is gonna be taking some time off, right? I guess she must have done a show this morning with Marzi and I guess Marzi and Rainbow. I don't know who it was. I haven't watched it. I heard about it. Um, and she tells Johnny that He can't be her co-host anymore. She's going to have to do something different there. And apparently somebody came up in Johnny's back chat fucking with her. Somebody told me I got blamed for it, but hey, I've been blamed for a lot of shit that I don't do. So whatever. It is what it is. Um, so anyways, it's already setting the groundwork for the big setup. Oh, Johnny, you can't be my co-host anymore. And then all of a sudden, now we're going to watch it play out here. I guess some stuff went on with Rainbow Melon, and now Jim's getting all up in the mix. Y'all, this shit is just, if these damn people over here don't see what's going on, I just don't know how else to make them understand. I just don't. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this cranked up and rolling.
Reasons. I did not really want to fire up this show, but from what I understand, I feel like I need to. So, with that being said,
she didn't feel like she didn't want to really do this show, but I mean, she already said that she was taking a break for 5 days and got a show set up for 4 days. For in 4 days. I mean, she can't make up her mind what the fuck she wants to do. Like, she wanted to jump in here and start talking shit and be Billy Badass and think that because she was sitting next to Jim Terry that she could say and do whatever and treat people however. And then all of a sudden, oh, it's too much. I need a break. But you do 50 shows a day. No wonder you need a break. Maybe you should take Jim's advice. Come on once a week. You're giving me too much damn content. That's all I can tell you. I'm going to be monetized before you. Not that I'll monetize my channel. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. Oh, Lord. Really?
to I'm trying to convince her to do, maybe the pre-shows for Jim and X, but when I say that I'm going to take a step back, I'm taking a step back from everything and everybody. I just need some time to myself.
That's probably a good idea. I mean, if you can't keep a co-host for more than 3 shows or 3 days or whatever, and you can't freaking take some guidance, and you're up here doing this shit, then yeah, maybe you do need to take some time because you brought it all on yourself.
I think that is the best thing for me at this time. So, geez, I have 49 people already, and I haven't even told them I was going live.
This dingleberry. I just, really, it's obvious, y'all. I mean, just go check it out for yourself. So,
But I've been upset ever since that. And it's nobody else's fault. It's theirs. And when they go real life like that, it's just too much to deal with. Hi and down. So I mean, all this fighting, all this back and forth.
I'm just trying to figure out what she's considering real life. Sorry, y'all. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry.
Forth over the same stupid shit, over the Terry boys, and now I'm involved, now homegrown's involved, and all this fighting is not getting us anywhere, and it never will get us anywhere. And I'm just
No shit. Hey, Green Eyes, isn't that what I said from the very beginning? I mean, Y'all, I have never wanted to face palm myself so hard, but Thanksgiving's coming up and I don't want to accidentally give myself a black eye.
It's not in the mindset to fight back, and I want to, but I just can't.
Well, then maybe you should apologize and sit your bitch ass down somewhere. Because you created a whole shit wind around here.
Thank you, Sugar Plum. I mean, that was fucked up last night. And it always happens on Johnny's channel. So I replaced him as I.
No, really, what's fucked up is when somebody will go drive by somebody else's house and pick up what they think might potentially be their old dishes. Although it was funny to an extent, it was still a little fucked up because what you're trying to do is incite fear in someone. So I'm going to let you know now, there ain't no fear in me. So if you want to keep going, you want to keep doing this stuff, and you want to keep allowing him up on panel to say the things that he's saying about me and other people, I'm going to keep giving my commentary. I'm going to keep spreading awareness. I'm going to keep educating because you are the kind of people that don't need to be on the internet. The clown, the con, the prostitute. Just saying.
I replaced him with Marzi Girl for my co-host on my birthday because, I just don't feel safe or comfortable over there anymore. I have already discussed.
Wait, you replaced him as the co-host on your birthday on your channel because you don't feel safe over there. Make that make sense.
This with PZ, and Johnny and PZ are always. I have no hatred. I have nothing against Johnny and PZ, but they're always welcome here. They're not. I'll never block them. They're always welcome on my panel, in my chat, anywhere. But as far as me, going over there, that's not going to happen anymore because the fighting and the attacks and.
Wait, but isn't this part of the plan? Isn't this what you wanted? I mean, y'all, and just a little bit, I'm gonna prove some stuff that I've been accused of lying about for a while. And they're gonna know that I know, which I already knew, that I was right. We'll get to that shortly.
The mean shit that they do is just uncalled for. And for what? For what reason are they doing this? I mean, because I have done nothing to watch her. I have done nothing to Leanne.
Woo! Girl, you sat up on panel with Rainbow Melon for like 2 weeks. Y'all sat up and talked all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. Stirred all kinds of shit. You were right there in the middle of it. And you haven't done anything? No, I'll tell you. You've done enough. And again, if you don't want the commentary and you don't like the conviction by your own words, then take a break. Get off YouTube, whatever you need to do for you. And leave me the hell alone.
I have not done anything to anybody for them to keep coming at me the way that they are. Sugar Plum, can you hit the link real quick? Because I need to do something right quick. I don't want to end the show. Let me drop the link for you. No, not really, because it was just like the attacks were constant, and it just kept coming and coming and coming. And I just wanted everybody to understand and make sure they know that it has nothing to do with Jim and X. I am still going to be a part of this community, but I just need some time to myself. I just can't keep.
We all know it's not because of Jim and X. We all know that. You don't have to keep coming on and saying that all the time. Who are you trying to convince? I'm curious. Do people? I guess these people over here feel sorry for you. I don't know. Some of them I'm really surprised by. There's others that are there that Um, I know that they get it. I see the things that they say, and they're tiptoeing around because they don't want to be the next on the list. So just FYI, folks, that's when you go and you create a brand new YouTube account and you just keep it moving. There's people around here that are someone different. They blend right in. You come in and you be friendly and respectful to people. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be friendly and respectful back.
Fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, and it's not getting us anywhere. And there's no point. There's no result because we know that Jim X and Salty and Fumble, those they are not ever going to have a conversation. This thing will not ever go away between them, and it gets draining because now they're bringing other people into this, and it's.
What do you think they've been doing, Janelle? And guess what? You're on their list of characters. It's kind of like, when people go into the entertainment industry and they sign that Luciferian contract and they sell their soul to the devil. I mean, it's pretty much kind of like that. He's going to build you up to crush you. I hope that you understand. Because I'm just sending out a warning to you. Just sending out a warning.
It's just something that I wasn't prepared for. It wasn't something that I was expecting to happen as soon as I came back into this community. But it was a video that I played. I didn't really do it.
And no, it wasn't because you let some dude fart in your mouth. That's utterly freaking disgusting. But it's not the cause. It's because, number one, you took it upon yourself to come in to a community, lie about who you were. You have constantly tried to stir up shit with all kinds of people for a long time. And then you went to the OTT and they ran your ass off from there. They ran you off the first time. Didn't you watch my video with the clip of Jim talking about you and the whole kids situation and that you were a loon? I mean, damn it. Let's wake up. Can we wake up? I'm just saying. And then you come back out and you play like you're not with them anymore. And then all of a sudden you're doing their bidding. Girl, and you done put your work on here and everything. You have no one to blame but yourself. If we take Jim Terry's stance on things and it blame is placed by being open or vulnerable or whatever, then it's all your fault. You shouldn't have brought it to YouTube. That's what people always say. Shouldn't have brought it to YouTube. So again, if you can't stand the heat, get your ass out the kitchen.
Oh, Sugar Plum, let me drop a link for you. I'll be right back. Let me drop a link for Sugar. Only for Sugar Plum.
Blah blah blah.
So if you guys want a safe place to hang out and have fun, I've told her that she can crank up the light on this platform anytime that she wanted to.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just don't want to. I just came back and, I don't know what her issue is with me. I was about to let her on my panel that day, but then X dropped down and said, don't.
She's so full of shit. She tries to make herself look like the victim. And the bad part about it is it all started because I went up to let Leanne know that what she was saying was true, but that Janelle had now changed her story and said that she had made all that up. And I don't know who Days of Our YouTube Lives are or whatever, but maybe you should listen to the commentary and try to comprehend what is being said before you make ignorant posts. I would hope that you were a little more educated than that, sir or ma'am.
So I'm going to listen to wiser heads. And it's probably a good thing he did say no, because it probably would have turned 0 into 100 really quickly. Johnny, if you want to.
Yeah, because you thought you were a badass and were going to talk crazy to me. No, ma'am. You will get talked to the way you talk to me. Plain and simple. I can have an adult conversation. I can get along with somebody I don't like. I can be civil. I can ignore you. I can act like you're dead. It's called being a mature adult. I agree. A lot of people, especially it seems on damn YouTube, have zero comprehension skills.
So you can hit the link. I'm not upset with you. It's just how I'm feeling. Find anything in my M1 Cash App. So I couldn't even remember what email I had used for that. This just sent me over the edge. I've been really upset about that ever since. And I kept asking Johnny to drop them. And Jen was like, "Who's that?" I said, "Cynthia. That's my mother's name. That's my mother's name." And that's what they were using in the back chat, was my mother's name.
Oh, so they thought.
And somehow I get the blame for this? Jeez, Willikers. Come on, folks.
It was funny to come in under your deceased mother's name and act like she was speaking to you, saying that she didn't like what you were doing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so cruel.
No.
Well, my only question is, would she have really said that in real life or not? I mean, I don't know. Maybe something to think about. Maybe that's why she's so upset. Maybe it's a little bit of guilt. Maybe she's having some second thoughts about what she's up there doing. I know I would. But, I mean, I've got a little bit of sense and she seems to have none. So, I don't know. Carrying on. And I'll probably bebop through a little bit of this.
That is cruel.
Because
no robocall and 88 people around, but he was trying to come around me and he was trying to convince me of his innocence. He was trying to tell me that he did nothing to Jim and to all the people that came forward and said Salty did this, Salty did that, with proof.
Oh goodness. Okay.
That whole battle was a battle between two dudes, and it went way further than it ever should have. And yeah, well, we all know. Moving on.
And he tried the link first. Yeah, that's what I figured. But I was told he called a few people.
The train in the background.
Yeah.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm okay. Did anybody? Because I was trying to get in.
I guess somebody was blocked.
Johnny.
I think so.
Oh, Johnny's up on her panel now.
Yeah, you want to be a mod? Sure. Oh,
very interesting.
That was fast. Hi.
Oh,
who the fuck was that black chick?
Y'all, check this out. So the lady that had come up just a second ago was one of Slow Nail's mods, and seemed like a nice enough lady. She was just, checking in with the host, letting her know, hey, I thought that was a little crazy, and so if I think it's crazy, I'll take care of it, but I'll let you know that I did it or whatever. And Janelle basically says, no, I trust my mods to do whatever it is. So, carrying on.
Hold on, Jim.
Your future wife.
Who was that bitch? Coming up here hollering, acting all ghetto. Who was that?
Hi, Fabulous, you crazy bitch.
Hello? Anybody know?
Sugar Plummy, how you doing? Hey, Jim Carrey.
What's going on, Johnny? Johnny, I got some information for you, Johnny, and then I got some really big news. Just happened about an hour ago. Jonelle?
Yes.
What happened with Rainbow Melon?
Whoa. What? So first he comes up, he degrades a woman that he doesn't even know, that's a friend of hers. She doesn't even say anything back. Like, what kind of shit is that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I can't tell. You got to talk to her, Jim. I can't tell you.
Oh, he doesn't like that, Janelle. He doesn't like that at all. He wants you to tell him. So now he's going to get it out of you.
What's your problem? You've been getting cunty this week. What's going on with you?
Oh, there he goes.
Backstage.
Who?
How have I been getting cunty, Jim? What are you talking about?
I mean, there's all kind of weird text messages from everybody, and I can't even keep up with it. What's going on with you? Something about you need something for your mental health?
I'm taking a break, Jim. I'm taking a well-needed break.
You've been taking a break. You've had 2 shows since you were taking a break.
Well, damn, that's about the most honest thing he said all day. Probably be one of the last. I don't know. But y'all, I mean, this is definitely someone who's unhinged. Like, for you want to talk about circling the toilet? This is what I think of when I think of someone circling the toilet.
I know that. That's why. Did you not see my title? It says final show.
No, I don't read that shit. All I know is you've been taking a break, and you got every time. You know what it's like? It's like when the store says we're having a going out of business sale, and they have it like 3 different times, and they never go out of business. Now listen, who was that black broad that was just up here? That sister. Who was that?
Oh, hey, look, let me go ahead and insult you too real quick. And then I want to move back to the black broad. I mean, because that's politically correct there.
Her name is Just Blaze Detroit. I met her a couple years back. She's from the other sector that I came from, the beef sector. She's
Where'd you meet her at? The unemployment line? Food
this
stamp office?
this is exactly why she don't want to meet you, Jim. I asked her. She said no.
And that's exactly why their community is not what they say it is. It doesn't grow. Because they do this shit to any and everybody. And not any and everybody is going to want to come back and pay money to have this shit done to them again.
Hey, what's her name? What's her name?
Just Blaze Detroit.
She doesn't live far from Rainbow Melon.
Yeah, I believe it. Listen, Just Blaze. Hey, Just Blaze.
Oh, God.
Go get me a cup of coffee with extra cream.
Wow. Like, isn't that some shit? Is that not some shit? And I'm sorry, but I really don't know how these women of color think that that's okay. I really don't. Because let me tell you something. If I said something like that, even jokingly, that'd go over like a turd in a punch bowl. That's right. Timu YouTube. Hey, Rob. Good to see you.
Probably spill that coffee on you, Jim.
She ain't going to do nothing. She'll go make,
You don't think so?
she'll go make me a sandwich.
A sandwich.
Jim, you're not. Don't pay him no mind, Just Blaze.
What kind of sandwich
Blaze.
does Jim Perry want? A ham sandwich?
You know, Marzi, darling, I apologized to you the other day, but fucking A. You know, I don't get it, Mars. You know how they already talked about your daughter the night that you got so upset and they half-ass apologized but still laughed at you? How upset that made you? And they've told you over and over again that your content. You know, these people that think that karma's going to take care of something before it's their turn. I got news for you. You better buckle up, Buttercup, because it typically doesn't work out that way. Just saying. He's already, it looks like, trying to skim the fat, so to speak.
Just Blaze, come up here. I got a couple of fucking questions. Just Blaze, how many different baby daddies you got? Come on up here, honey.
You Jim, you're just meeting this woman. Jesus Christ.
You know, and another thing, you sit up there and you say, oh, Jim, Jesus Christ, don't be doing that to this woman. And then you sit there and laugh. He doesn't know that woman. What a horrible stereotype. But remember, your content with the shelf life.
This
is why she don't want to meet you, Jim. She's in a cloud. She can hear you.
She's in the where?
Clouds, bushes. She's watching, but she's not in the chat. She's watching.
Hey, Mama.
Queen, my day was good. Queen, thank you for asking, Queen.
So, Jonelle, you know what I'm talking about Rainbow Melon.
I do.
Of course she does.
What did you do to her, Jim? What did you do to her?
I didn't do shit to her. I got a text from her that said somebody's trying to kill her. They told her to arm herself with a gun.
What?
But I thought she said she already had one. I mean, if people watch and they pay attention and listen to what other people say, they would know that she's already said something about having one. So
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, I'm playing games.
I
So
said,
now,
yeah.
why don't you tell the truth? What's going on?
What?
What? With what, Jim?
Jonelle, do you? Jonelle, I'm not going to. Hold on. I'm not going to play games. Do you know what's going on or not, Jonelle?
With Rainbow Melon?
No,
Yes.
with fucking George Bush. Yes, with fucking.
that shit right there, I'm like, holy cow. Somebody's getting real frustrated. And the fact that he has to tell her, look, I'm not playing games. You know, it's like, I'm not even going to say it. Yes, I am. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Fucking Rainbow Melon.
Yeah, she
So
said
why-
she got a couple of emails
she
today,
did.
and she was saying that they were telling her that she needs to be armed, and that
Yep.
someone was coming after her, and
Yep.
by someone by the name of Roaming Wolf.
Okay, you got more.
Roaming Wolf is who sent these alleged emails. Well, guess what, folks? We all know who likes to create emails and other accounts and pretend to be Freddy Krueger or whomever the hell else you pretended to be. God only knows. Like, that was the whole point of me, number one, showing the proof about what she said, the story that she made up. And why did she make that story up? She later said that it's because she didn't want people to know that she was Freddie. She was trying to get clicks and views and build her channel. So I just have to ask, for those of us with common sense, does it seem like history's repeating itself? Because it does to me.
Information that I do. About 2.5 hours ago, Marzi. Is this the first time everybody's hearing about this over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me. I'll speak for myself.
I'm hearing it. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Hey,
Hey,
Jim,
about
let me-
2 hours.
Hang on, Jim. Let me finish. And she is saying that she is upset with you because she feels like you don't care.
Wow. Wow. I mean, so is it an attention grab for Jim's attention? Let's just keep listening.
I didn't know about any of this shit until 2 hours ago. Never heard about any of this shit. I don't know anybody named Red Wolf. I don't know anybody fucking threatening to kill anybody. I don't know nothing about this.
It was Roaming Wolf, not Red Wolf. Pot calling the kettle black.
About 2 hours ago, I get a text message, and 90% of it was Rainbow Melon's issue with Lacey H. And
Boom. My goodness. Would you look at that? Some more jealousy issues? And they had the nerve to call me, Leanne, and Crystal jealous? WTF. 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 Y'all, I got to make my own sound effects because I don't have a soundboard. Sorry. Not sorry.
there was something in there where somebody told her to arm herself or some shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these fucking people. I have no fucking clue. And everybody, it's almost like everybody wants everybody's attention. So I can just read you the text messages that I got, and you guys will know. And that's why I didn't even know you were on. So it says, here's what it says. And by the way, I've called her 5 times. She is not, she picked up one time. She blocked my number. Okay.
She told me she did that, yeah.
Now she's playing hard to get. You know, I mean, it's just kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy, I guess. I don't know. Tried to warn her. I tried to warn her. But he'll reel her back in with some love bombs. That's what he does. Figured that out.
I'm sorry?
She told me she did that, yes.
Okay, why would she block my number? I don't have a fucking problem with her. What's her fucking problem?
Lacey H.
Okay, what's the problem with Lacey H?
She just feels like she is starting a lot of shit between everybody, and she feels like she's running to you every 5 minutes, telling on people and telling what's going on in the community.
Lacey H does not run to me every 5 minutes. I mean, I'm me. I know who I talk to. That does not happen.
I'm just letting you know what's been said.
Well, she needs.
Well, And see, here's the thing, because it fucking happens to all of us. Remember all those phone calls and those people that were so concerned that I was working with Salty or I was still with Fumblenuts and them? No. But you know what, Jim? When you started your shit, it has a tendency to push people that have the same cause to focus on the same cause. When they say have the same harasser, it causes them to focus on the harasser instead of each other. See, you've done real good at keeping people fighting each other, because you throw out shit like you did with Tony 801 and say, thank you for all the information you gave. But then you'll turn around later and say, no. She didn't do nothing for me. She didn't do nothing for me. She didn't give me shit. How do I know? Because you've done that same shit with me. Just like when Salty put up on his community page that I joined his membership. I didn't join his membership. I paid Salty $25 for the 5 AI Watcher of Crazy Things that he made. And he didn't even know that I was going to pay him for it. I asked him in a chat to do it, and he was on it. And I thought, well, damn, he spent his time out, at least chunk him something. And that's what I did. Because it's the right thing to do. And like I've told you, I don't have an issue with him. It doesn't mean that I've been working with him, because there's nothing to work on. And that's what you can't seem to get through your head, Jim, because you're so stinking paranoid. And you start the shit. And then you want to control the narrative. Well, guess what? That time has come to an end, because I'm going to start doing this right here and calling it out. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever, because I'm not breaking the law. And I'm not breaking terms of service. Thank you so much.
Needs to fucking get over herself, because she's looking like a fucking jealous little schoolgirl. I mean, what's her fucking problem? So here's the text message I get, and then she goes and hides. And this has been boiling. Rainbow Melon left when Crystal Ann left last time. You remember all this? Okay, so here it is. Jim, I'll leave the OTT for now. I will never be a hater. I'll just step away so little one won't cry and make up shit about me. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
Oh, but wait. She just said the other day that he's got favorites, and she's one of those favorites. I mean, that's what she said. I didn't say it. That came out of her mouth. But he's fixing to make a point here.
I was text today to arm myself. Now, you said email, she says text.
Mhm.
This shit is crazy. Lacey is a fucking rat. She is friends with them, and her and Belle comment on their threads and their pages. I am over it. I see ya. Take care.
Well, let me explain something. For those of everybody that thinks that Lacey is out there spreading information, I can tell you that she's not doing it with me. I haven't talked to her in probably 2 weeks. Haven't texted with her in probably a week. And when I did, it was just checking on her and how she was doing. Nothing about all of this stuff. And I've done that, even when we weren't on good terms. So y'all just have a problem with the fact that she can get along with some of us, and you're jealous about it.
Then another. Now, this is while we're doing the OTT. So, I mean, I tried to call her. She wouldn't pick up. I gave you an opportunity for boiled peanuts for a reason to protect yourself. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. We told her to get.
So she created this channel, Boiled Peanuts, because that's Jim's favorite, for him to protect himself. Y'all listen to this next part, because this is, if she doesn't get it now, she will never, ever, ever, ever get it. Ever.
get a channel to get StreamYard. For months, she never got StreamYard. We told her we'd help her. And the community, you choose other stuff. Cool. I even bought StreamYard. I never knew that. She never told me that. Shaking my head. You don't appreciate real honest people, only snakes. Now I'm done.
Girl, I could have told you that way back when he shit on me the first time. I did nothing to Jim to warrant that. Nothing. There's a lot of people in my same shoes that did nothing to warrant him doing the shit that they've done to them. But then he wants to get ass hurt and act like a maniac because someone walked in front of his dad's business? Are you kidding me? Dude, you are not the big bad wolf. And the days of you intimidating people are just about over. Because there's a lot of us that don't give a shit anymore. Hey, Jill, a lot of us. We don't give a shit.
And I wish you and X the best. Be careful. See, the problem here is her and you are going on all these little channels doing shows in front of 8 to 12 people, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. And so she expects that I don't watch anything Rainbow Melon does. I have no idea even how to find her channel. I'm sorry, I don't, because I don't go on it. Who the fuck?
Is that not saying a lot? Because I remember the link to that channel being dropped in BJ's when it was made. I remember Rainbow Melon having a conversation with him about it. Y'all, this next year of StreamYard, that shit ain't cheap. It is not cheap. So for her to go out and spend her money to get StreamYard, that's not a cheap endeavor. But she should have known better. Rainbow, I told you, you're no different than the rest of us. No different. You're just a character. He has said it over and over and over again. When will you learn? When will you comprehend it and understand?
Fuck's like peanuts or something.
Well, she said that
That was
she
made-
made boiled peanuts for you, and she thought that you might use that channel as like
Yes,
a
we told her
backup
2.5 months. We told her 2.5 months ago to get StreamYard. I'm not coming on some fucking show with 6 people and no StreamYard. She says she got StreamYard. I was never told she got StreamYard. So then I try to call her and I'm blocked. I called from I'm blocked. I called from a block number. Next thing you know, she picks up and hangs up. Fuck her. I mean, if she's that fucking weak, you know what I mean? Then I don't have time for it. Like,
He said it. He said what he thinks of her. And the sad part about it is she did get the StreamYard. But he'll turn around and love bomb her, and it'll be okay.
like I told you, we'll do a show in front of 3 fucking people before we let anybody dictate what the fuck we do. And our numbers, we gained 6 people this in the last 7 days. So I'm not worried about it. She wants to leave, let her fucking leave. To be honest with you, Lacey H never complains about Rainbow Melon. Rainbow Melon always complains about Lacey H. What's the fucking big deal?
Probably because you don't talk to Lacey H near as much as you would like people to think. Here's another tactic of Jim's, y'all. When there's somebody out there that he's, got his sights on because he wants something out of them, he wants to use them for something, he's going to throw things out there that makes everybody else dislike that person even more. So that way, that person feels alienated. And they turn to him and then they give in and do whatever it is that he's wanting them to do. I can tell you from the very beginning that, he pretty much told me his game plan. And that is to get other people to do the dirty work so it takes the heat off of him. So he's got a very tight-knit group of women and probably a couple of guys that help him behind the scenes. And I don't think it's the people that we automatically jump to assume that it is. Do I think that some of those people share information? Probably, but it's probably information that's already been out there. So Yeah, he did, Rob. He told us all his game plan. I mean, he's been a little too mouthy about it all. But I think that there's so many people that have spent so much time focusing on what we've done to each other. We took the focus off of that. It was doing things to get back at each other. Look, I'm right here. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I used Jim to play get back games. There was stuff that I gave him to get back at other people. Fumble, Ruben, Betty, Danny. I did that. He's not going to use it to hold over my head because everybody knows I'm going to say that I did it. You don't have to trust me. You don't have to like me. But fuck if we can't focus on something that we have in common and get this shit taken care of. We may not be able to get him locked up. We may not be able to, well, I don't know. I mean, it just depends on how far he wants to push things. But, maybe all we do is just do the same thing back to him as one big concerted effort. Instead of letting him create little, y'all know the fire starter thing. He comes in and starts little fires. So people are more worried about putting out those little fires than they are about focusing on him and the con that he's trying to pull. Yeah, Grizzly, exactly. He makes sure everyone's fighting with each other to take the heat off his own ass. And I'm sorry. A lot of the shit that's happened with Bob, I'm sorry. I think Jim's behind it. I'm just going to say it. I've thought that from the very beginning. And I don't have a problem saying it out loud. So, carrying on.
It must be a hair thing.
Well, I think it might be also because she's over there with the haters too. She's over there with Crystal Ann
Okay,
and all
well,
that.
hold on. I talked to Lacey H tonight. I called her to ask her what the fuck this is. She is flabbergasted. So what do you mean she's over there with?
You see, Janelle, that's part of the reason you get your ass in trouble is because you open your mouth when you don't know what the fuck is going on. And if Lacey wants to go comment somewhere on somebody's post, she can do that. She's a grown-ass woman. What the fuck are you doing stalking her? To stir up more shit? So you can play the victim? Y'all, it's old. It's really fucking old. I've just got to stop and say this for a second. I don't remember exactly when it was. And for a long time, I'm going to just keep it real. I have not watched Fumble Nuts' videos. If somebody told me that, go, there's something there or whatever, or somebody sent me a clip of something, I'd go watch it. But for the most part, I didn't. Because if they were talking about me, I didn't want to get upset and retaliate. And so, and I know me. I know how I work. So, and y'all know how I work. But anyway, he had made the comment the other day that, like, he's not worried about all the, and I'm going to paraphrase here because this is not word for word. Y'all know that I stay medicated too much for that. But anyway, he basically stated that I'm not worried about all the outside bullshit. I've got to focus. And it doesn't mean that we have to be friends, but doesn't mean we have to, necessarily be going at each other either. So I mean, it was very obvious what he was saying. And then he made the comment, I'm sorry for you if you put yourself in the way and become a target. People that sit up on a panel with him, and I've done it. I've sat up there on Crystal Ann's and on Bob's with him, on Homegrown's with him. And there's some things that I've laughed about. There's some things that I've talked about. I made that choice. And I made those choices because I wanted to. But when you allow him on your panel to do what he does, or you create a channel for him to do what he does, to go real life on people so that it doesn't really fall back on him, it falls back on someone else, you're making yourself a target. You're making yourself a target. So if you don't know, now you know. You don't want to be in the line of fire, Marzi, Johnny, Sugar Plum, Janelle, Rainbow Melon, whomever else, then don't make yourself a target. Don't step in the line of fire. Let's see Jim Terry stand on his own 2 feet. Let's see him and Mr. X do this with nobody to use. Because if they can do that and be successful, then they win. But as long as they're using other people, they'll never win. Ever. Because they have to use all of us. And if it wasn't for all of us, they wouldn't be where they are. See, that's a two-way street. Two-way street. But I want to carry on with this.
The haters. What does that mean?
I've seen her in Crystal Ann's chat, and I've seen her over there in Fumble's comment section a few times. So, and Rainbow
When?
Melon has too. It was
Okay, well, hold on.
ago.
Well, hold on. I mean, is it defending herself? Is it fighting with other people? Or is it, show me what you're talking about, please? I'd like to see it.
I would have to go back and look. It's not my issue. It's not my problem. I don't care either
I'm sorry?
way. It's not my issue, and it's not my.
What? You should have took that stance a long time ago, sister. But you have a problem with opening your mouth. Leanne, why do you feel used? I guess I missed something. So I'm getting like all these text messages in right now. And one of them just said, look, bitch, they got 87 people and you got 92. They're boring as fuck. I almost died. I had to leave. You're way better. I said, holy shit. That's crazy. So anyway, carrying on.
Problem. I don't care either way, but this is how Rainbow Melon is feeling.
Well, in Rainbow Melon, I mean, guys, I'm going to be quite honest. She go fuck herself. Okay, I don't have time for the fucking weird shit. She's being very extra. And if I got to be a dick, then I'll be a dick. But she needs a little tough love. Okay?
He's been saying this for a while. He said it to me on the phone. Like, I'll pull out my call logs. I'll show everybody. I'm not afraid to do that. How many times he called me versus how many times I called him, which was usually a return phone call after getting 3 or 4 back to back. And then I'll let you see how many times he's contacted me after I told him not to. And we haven't even gotten to the best part yet. Leanne, I'm sorry.
It's the bottom fucking line. You guys think it's funny because all that ghetto shit, the way she talks and all that. Guys, I've been around black folks my entire fucking life. That gets real old real quick. It's
What the fuck? Did y'all hear that? Isn't he the one that brings that on, that spurs that on? Like, seriously? It's kind of crazy, right? Double speak. Not an even keeled man. Too much double speak.
cute for all you motherfuckers because you don't get to live it on a daily basis, but I see right through that ghetto bullshit. I do. I've been around it far too long. And she's a good person. She's been a great supporter. But to text me and tell me about a firearm and then to email and tell you motherfuckers and not have the guts to tell me what's going on leads me to believe something's dangerous out there. And that makes our situation dangerous. So if that...
Jim, you're dangerous. You're a dangerous individual because you don't know when to stop. You really don't. And you don't have a conscience. You don't care who you hurt. You don't care how far you push people. The more you can destroy, the better you feel about yourself. And that's not saying a lot about us. That's saying a lot about you. Why are you so miserable, Jim? If your life is so great and life is so wonderful and you're not lonely, why are you on YouTube or OTT or whatever all the time? Because you're on it more than a lot of us. Just asking for a friend. And don't say it's the money. Because it sounds to me, the way you're talking right now, the money really ain't worth the headache, you know?
That in fact is true, I don't have any proof of, she should at least be adult enough to tell me about it or come up here. Why would she tell you all this information and not me if it involves my business, my company, and my followers?
Did y'all just hear that? Why wouldn't she tell me if it involves my business, my company, and my followers? My business, my company, my followers. Hang on just a second. We want to go back here. Come on. Yeah, exactly. Intuitive K. He forgot to say client this time. Come on. Woob's mom, I don't think that creamer is another name for meth. Maybe, I would think probably more Adderall than meth. I don't know what's going on over here. What they doing? Hang on just a second. Let me fix my shit real quick. Y'all just have to look at my bright, shiny face. Hang on, I'm good. Hang on. Okay. I don't know how far we were into this thing, but
Totally messed up situation.
Yeah.
Totally messed up.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous. They need to
Johnny,
go.
did you
something
see it?
happened with homegrown?
No, sir, I didn't watch it. I have to go back and rewatch it.
Well, here's the deal, Johnny.
How about is it, Jim?
Jonelle, is we had to go on a little earlier today because Mr. X obviously is traveling. But here's the deal. Somebody contacted his work and told them that he has a lengthy criminal history.
It's like
Yes,
that.
we told her 2.5 months. We told her 2.5 months ago to get StreamYard. I'm not coming on.
There with the haters too. She's over there with Crystal Land
Okay,
and all
well,
that.
hold on. Fine. You guys think it's funny because all that ghetto shit, the way she and not me if it involves my business, my company, and my followers.
My business, my company, my followers. My business, my company, my followers. Do I need to repeat it one more time? My business, my company, my followers. Whose Jim? Whose company?
I don't know. Now it's something you'd have to ask her, Jim.
I'm not asking her shit. I'm not giving Rainbow Melon extra time. I am on fucking YouTube for 30 and streaming platforms for 34 to 30. No, it's actually 36 straight days. 36 straight days. One day I was on for 20.
And we're sick of seeing you. You need to take a break too. Shit's getting old. If you can't handle it and you can't be a little more put together and contain yourself, then you fucking need to take a break. Get some ass. Do something. Go on vacation. I'm not sure. Do something. Or your ass going to end up on bond.
12 hours. What the fuck do you need to talk to me off the air about? Do it here. Come here. I'm sick of people wanting extra 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here, 15. I don't give a fuck what your dog did in the backyard. I just don't care. Now, if you want to come up on the panel and do it, that's fine.
So, again, if anybody out there is listening, it hasn't sunk in yet, he just said it again. Don't call him off the air. Call him on air. Because it's content when you call him on air. You get it, people? Do y'all get it yet? Ding, ding, ding.
Now the link is pinned. If she's watching Rainbow, you can hit the link.
Say that again.
I said Rainbow's probably watching. I told her the link is pinned if she wants to hit it.
Well, I'm irritated with her because she's talking about arm herself at emails. I've been around all day. She's never called me, contacted me. We did a 90-minute XNN show while he was at the fucking airport. She never called in. I'll tell you who did call us. Homegrown Cowboy. There's a guy with a real fucking issue.
Well, I mean, my God. He tried calling her and she hung up on him. Maybe she don't want to talk. I don't know. And why is Jonelle speaking for Rainbow Melon anyway? This should be a non-subject matter, right? It should be a non-topic. If Rainbow Melon doesn't want to woman up and talk to Jim herself about what's going on, why are they having a panel discussion about it? It's kind of weird. It'll just stir up more drama. It'll just be more drama.
I feel worse for that guy. Did you guys see XNN today?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys did not watch XNN. Okay, well then watch XNN and you'll know.
I did. I watched.
What do you think? What do you think?
I did too.
About Homegrown.
Yeah, pretty fucked up.
Totally messed up situation.
Yeah.
Totally messed up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, y'all, Homegrown is one of those people that he's not a malicious person. As far as, you know, he's not fixing to call nobody's family. He's not calling nobody's job. You know, he may talk a little trash, whatever. He may support Jim, all that stuff. But he's not a malicious guy. But it's just like Homegrown has said about me before. You shouldn't have put it out there. See, when the tables turn and it's you sitting in that spot, it's not so fun, is it? It's not so fun.
I think it's ridiculous. They need to
Johnny,
go
did you
find
see it?
something else
No, sir, I didn't watch it. I have to go back and rewatch it.
Well, here's the deal, Johnny.
How about is it, Jim?
Jonelle, is we had to go on a little earlier today because Mr. X obviously is traveling. But here's the deal. Somebody contacted his work and told them that he has a lengthy criminal history and he's doing sick shit on the internet.
And whose MO is that? We know who likes to exaggerate shit. We know who likes to call people's jobs and fumble. I apologize because I did call your job and I shouldn't have done it. And I didn't try to get you fired, which does not make it any better. It does not. It was a shitty thing for me to do, and I was being a shitty person at the time. Plain and simple. And I don't need a apology accepted or nothing else. I don't care. I just needed to say it. So there it is in a nutshell. So we know whose MO this is.
And he's now got to get a lawyer and go into his work or something like that.
Hey, Janelle, if don't worry about coming in my chat to tell me you're going to strike me. I already know that you've said it. You go right ahead because I'm going to win that. Maybe you should rewind and go back and pay attention. Since you have a high school diploma, you should go back to the very beginning when I discussed fair use and check it out. because I'm totally within my rights under the fair use doctrine to use this for commentary. Thank you so much. Save yourself the time and trouble.
And HR is involved in everything else. What they are able to do is he will be able to listen to the audio calls. So now he has a government clearance, and it's not like he works like some of these fucking idiots at like a drugstore or at a car dealership. I don't know exactly what he does, and maybe Johnny could speak to this better, but I guess it involves airplane parts and different things like that. So somebody contacted his work, and he heard about it through a snitch, so they could fire him.
Oh, wow.
And all.
I mean, if they're firing him for something he's doing in his off time, there's a problem. And I can guarantee you that chances are he's already been through the background stuff that he needs to do to keep his clearance, because it's something that they do on a consistent basis throughout time to make sure that those people with security clearance are still able to have it. How do I know? Because I used to have security clearance, fucker. And I'm going to get to Stripe, because I got y'all's ass on Stripe too, motherfuckers. Y'all have said for so long that I lied about Stripe. You fucking asses. I've got proof. I've got cold, hard proof that I didn't lie. So fuck what you're going through and fuck what you stand for.
Oh, he did. Now, what they want to do is see, they go after Jonelle, they go after Johnny, they go after my father. They will never come after me. Never.
Honey, you're hiding. What do you mean come after you? What do you think I'm doing? This right here is going to be way more effective in coming after you to spread more awareness about your tactics and the repetition of your behavior and exactly how your con works. Then I'm not going to need to come after you legally. Now, if you want to make sure you call the sheriff's department tomorrow when you decide to file your charges. It's the sheriff's department. Brazos County Sheriff's Department. That's who you call. Not Bryan Police Department. They can't help you. I'm outside of their jurisdiction. Okay? I'm going to make it real simple for you. Please be my guest and do that, because you further show the harassment. Oh, Jim, I've got a lot of recordings, bud. I've got a lot. So, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not worried about you calling my bail bondsman. I haven't done anything wrong. Nothing. And like I said, I've got a damn good attorney and I've got damn good insurance. So let's go.
Never, never, never. And let me tell everybody else a little something. We talked to fucking Watcher of Crazy's bail bonds agency tonight. She's in some serious fucking shit.
No, I'm not, because I actually spoke with Brandy. And they cannot confirm nor deny if I'm on bond with them. They can't give you any information about me. And they've already noted my account. I was smart enough to let them know that you'll probably use an alias and that the only person that has permission to access anything about my records with the bondsman is my attorney or the district attorney. So go tell another fucking lie, Jim. Go on and give Brandy a call and ask her if we talked.
She broke the law and she's out on bond. We've already contacted her bond agency and we will be pressing charges against her tomorrow in the town that she lives in.
I live in Brazos County, and I've said it again. Make sure you call the sheriff's department. File that false report, please. Because it won't be the first false report you filed. They already know that you have a pattern of harassment with me. They know who you are. Just like you say they know who I am, they know who you are too. So go ahead, Jim. Give it your best shot.
If you steal the OT, we are going to do everything to prosecute you. Watch her crazy. Well, hold on. Yates, Arnold, or
It is Amanda Yates. AmandaYates. Do I need to do that for you again?
whatever
Yes.
name you're going by these days, you're out on bond, you dumb cunt. So you shouldn't have broke the fucking law by stealing a streaming platform.
I didn't steal it. For me to steal it would have been for me to go behind your paywall. I didn't. Never entered your gated community. Try again, sucker.
And they don't fuck around with that in the state of Texas. So I hope you're fucking ready, bitch, because we're going after you with everything. And here's the great part. You're never going to see me in court. But I'll...
Really? I'm glad you admitted that. I'll keep that in mind. You won't go very far because the state ain't going to pick that up. You know what they're going to tell you? This is a civil matter, sir. You're going to have to take her to civil court.
I'll tell you what will be represented is the business. You stole. You were never given permission.
Oh, please let that business represent you, because if you are successful in getting charges, guess what? There's this thing called discovery. Buddy, you know how you don't want people in your financials? Don't open the door. And nobody will take a look inside. Let me tell you, you may have some grunt behind you. You may have a loud, boisterous voice. You may be a little terrorist, but you don't scare me. You think all that scares me? That doesn't scare me. You're the one that's paranoid. You're the one that's hiding. You're the one that gets scared, worried about being served and wanting to make sure things are done on Sundays in a state where you can't be served. What the hell are you running from? What are you hiding from? Surely you're not that paranoid about getting served over fucking child support. Because she's not even trying to get you for child support. You think somebody's still trying to serve you. You got your head sucked so far up your own ass. You're smelling your own shit and you think it smells like roses. You are dumb. Dumb as a box of rocks.
To show the OTT. Bob was given permission. Johnny was given permission. XNN was given the permission. BJ was given the permission. You do not know what you're talking about with fair use.
Bullshit. Try it. Try it. Sue me. Because that's all it's not criminal. You can lose that narrative, buddy. But you know what? I have you making threats to try to mess with my life again. And you know what? Everybody that you do this to has started to document it. You know why? You're doing it from somebody else's channel. You make money off this stuff and you're using an enterprise to do it. You're crossing state lines in doing that because you're going after people in different states, using that enterprise to harass and torment and meddle in people's lives. So fuck with my shit. Make me come out of pocket. Make me spend some money because it'll solidify my standing even more. You want to take it that route? Take it that route, Jim. See how far you get. What do you think is going to happen? A show you made public? Dude, you're dumber than I thought. And if these idiots over there really believe this shit, so are they. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Do that with the National Football League or the Mike Tyson fight and see what happens. So we spoke with her bonds agency today, which gave us the proper channels to go through, and we will be going through those proper channels.
And he is lying his ass off. Let me repeat that one more time. Lying his ass off. La, 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 la.
tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. So if you think you're going to go and fuck with my father, or you,
I didn't go anywhere and fuck with your father. Period. Prove that. But I tell you what I will do is I will prove that you're filing a false report. And that you're harassing me. And that you've contacted me after I told you to stop. I've got it all ready and waiting. So take your best shot.
you think you're good, and by the way, I posted I had somebody post the reference number. Fumble Nuts is 100% trespass from my father's business. This is a man who knew where Mr. X was and drove an extra 60 miles out of the way not to meet him. He knew Mr. X was live and he drove to my father's store. Why? Because he didn't want to confront me or Mr. X. It's so simple.
Wait a minute. Was Jim with Mark at St. Leo? And I mean, there's nothing criminal about walking up and down a sidewalk. It sounds like you guys got real triggered. It's okay for you to do stuff to people, but it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun, huh? I didn't know nothing about that situation. I got told after it was already happening. So you can't put that on me. And so what? If they told him not to come back to your dad's property, he wasn't on your dad's property to begin with. And we know that you are the one that called. None of those other businesses called. That's okay. Just like you can FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. Just because you can FOIA, we can too. And we'll sort it